just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome, everyone, to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your boy Tone right here. And I got my guys, my regular contributors, J Mac and the boss man. Hey, we're about to go ahead and get busy in this new episode of Bear Down. J Mac, boss man, what's up with you brothers? How y'all living, man?
I'm good, man. It's a pleasure to once again to sit down and congregate with you guys. I'm good.
Congregation.
There you go. It's always good talking football with my brothers. It's always good.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get into it, man.
Before we do, you mind if I give a plug out to my guy Quan Deshaun for the
Go
beer
ahead,
farm? It's pretty fucking good and it smells good. Y'all give my boy a shout out. Some good shit right there. Okay. We need to get
QuanDeshaun.com for sure.
Yes, QuanDeshaun.com. Okay. I'm with it.
All right.
I can use it. Maybe I can get it under control. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead and get you some. I'm a regular for sure.
Okay.
Hey, let's get busy with this, man. I got something to say about the Bears, man. Hey, with our offensive line, man, is this are we repeat offenders as far as our front office? Is this a common thing we're gonna go through every season? Are we gonna be the team where we're just plugging holes and not resolving the situation as far as our offensive line? Because our offensive line has been the weakest link to our team for some years now. You know, are they being negligent? Are they deadbeat front office with the offensive line? Somebody's on here chime in for me.
I'm gonna throw this out there because I've been speaking on the offensive line for the longest, especially the center position. I'm more worried about the center position at this point than I am the others. Those are big dudes. They're gonna get nicked up. They're gonna get banged up. They're gonna get a little injured. So they can sit out a practice or two if they got some tightness or some soreness. We don't know what the extent of those injuries are. I mean, they're not being they showing up. They showing up to practice. They out there. They just not participating in team drills. I think we might be overreacting just a little bit because it's preseason.
Okay. I was going to ask that too. Okay. Now, is it overreaction? Is it overreaction or is it legitimate concern considering we shuffling players in and out of that starting rotation with a rookie quarterback? You know what I mean? Like, he needs some continuity. He needs some consistency. Hell, they need it for themselves. The guard looking at the center looking at the guard, the tackle looking at the guard, and they like, who is this man? You know, there's somebody different every day next to him. I mean, is it really an overreaction? That was my next question.
My personal opinion is just say we all know we got health issues with Tev and Nate Davis. Nate Davis I don't know what his problem is. The motherfucker just don't show up for some reason.
Hey, he in the same boat as Tev though, ain't he? With the health issues?
Yeah, but Tev at least practice. Nate Davis, he'll come out there and do some warm-ups, and next thing you know, he on the sideline riding a bike. At least Tev is out there practicing, with the ones, getting those reps in. But to your question, when you plug it in these other dudes, might as well see what you got. When you got to plug in, you might as well see what you got when you got to plug in somebody with the ones. So see how they play with them ones when you plug in somebody like a Bill Murray or Jerome Carvin or even Shelton. You gotta plug in different people with these ones to see what they got, if they can hold up next to the ones.
Well, let me
That's
say
just
this:
my opinion.
you try to give your people the benefit of the doubt. Cole's track record so far has been decent. Everything he's tried to do hasn't hit 100%, but
Yeah,
it's been
he's pretty
decent.
good. Yeah.
You can tell he do his homework. You can't see everything. I don't care how much, perspective you try to put on it. I don't try how hard you try to dig into somebody's background. You just can't find everything, especially the intangibles like where his head is at. Does he have the heart? You know what I mean? Does he have the gut to play through a little finger bend or something like that? You can't see those things on tape, and you can't get it out of interview. So I think the track that he's been on has been honest. We just been getting some people that just ain't fitting into what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? He says that he wants to keep everything a competition. So I think he does that. He's going to have to do it in overtime to get this line right, because from what I'm seeing, it was a mix of people trying to play guard Sunday, including Murray, Bates, Carter, and Carter, trying to do something at guard. That means they have absolutely no clue who's going to start at them guard positions right now. It's been talks about Nate has been coming back from his injury since a week ago. We don't know where he's at, especially since he ain't been doing shit. So I think that I think it's more urgency now on offensive line than it is at defensive end, in my opinion. Because what I seen
Yeah,
on
we
tape by
definitely.
that young bull Booker, which we ain't talking about yet. I'm just saying what I seen on from the tape that I
Yeah,
watched
we'll
that
get there.
game.
We'll get there.
He
But
got upstart.
let's stay on the line for a minute.
All right.
I kind of feel like we're shopping in the discount bin. We're in the Dollar Tree when it comes to the
Always.
offensive line. I feel like
Always.
we're not going for the gusto.
Right.
We getting 5th round picks. We getting guys
Right.
from Yale, not big programs. You know what I'm saying? We're getting players that the other team saying, "No, he ain't all that." You know, we're
Right.
not going for the gusto. We're not going for the guys that's really going to solidify that line. That's what I mean by like being repeat offenders and being a deadbeat front office when it comes to our O-line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all feel me on that?
Right. That's
I
understandable. That's understandable, but at the same time, you can't get the best at every position. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to
No,
get
but you
some
can't.
that's
But you can
you.
go get the best if it's available. Like we had draft picks that we could have gotten
Yeah.
the best at those positions. It wasn't gonna cost us nothing but a draft pick to get it. Like we got the other players with those draft picks, or we could have used some of our free agency money and we used it for other things. You know what I'm saying? So
But
we had the resources. We had the resources, and we decided to place those resources everywhere else and try to get scraps and discounts on the line in the trenches where everybody say the trenches is where the team should be built from first. You know what I'm saying?
that's where you
So that's
start.
what I'm saying.
Right.
I
That's where you
think
start.
also when you look at it, when you're trying to rebuild a team, it's going to be a position that doesn't get the immediate attention that they all need when you're rebuilding a team. And I think his approach to this, I think it's in his plan to start at whatever position and go from there. But to me, I think it's a mistake. To your point, I don't want to say he's delinquent. It may be his plan. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have anybody to block for this one-time generational quarterback, then what good is he going to be? He's going to mess around and be playing backup for somebody like a Geno Smith or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He has to have the proper protection up front, and that goes for the same thing on the defensive line. So it looks like the two glaring needs that we have on our football team, being the offensive line and defensive line, we're not addressing the right way, in my opinion. I think that should have been the first thing to do. I think both sides of the ball
Yeah.
on the line, and I said it a million times, both sides of the ball on the line has got to be solid to have a decent football team.
Well, me personally, I think if you build the trenches, this is just my thinking. I think if you build the trenches out the way you're supposed to build it, then there's no excitement for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So when you get an exciting DJ Moore or Keenan Allen, then you got the quarterback throwing to him, you got some excitement for the fans. You know, the only way they're gonna take a peek at the line is if Caleb's running for his life. other than that, they want to see Caleb get rid of the ball, get it to these weapons. So
I
that's
would have
what
thought you'd have
my
seen him run
thinking
for his life
is.
enough with Justin Fields. I think
All right,
Justin
so
Fields should have been there.
it could be a balance. It could be a balance. Like we traded for Keenan Allen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't have to use the draft pick on another receiver because now we got DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. We already had Khalil Herbert. We didn't have to go free agency hunting for DeAndre Swift. We could have used that on the O-line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's true.
We didn't have to draft
a
punter. We could have used that on the D-line.
Right.
I mean, or the O-line or whatever. You know,
right.
it could be more balanced to it. It seems like we put more emphasis on the skill positions and not the trenches, where that's going to help the skill positions look better in the long run. That's going to save our quarterback from being shell shocked because he's going to get hit one time too many. He's going to be looking to throw that mug as quick as possible or run quick as possible instead of his natural progressions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, man.
Yeah, that is true. But hey, we gotta roll with what we got.
I mean, we got to roll with what we got. I'm just looking back at what we did and saying, you know, it could have been done differently or impossibly better. You know what I'm saying?
Very delinquent, as you said. Very delinquent.
You know, and just to give it a little bit more context to that, man. You know, I used to say, you know, hey, you don't always want to be shiny. Shiny shit get popped. And the people that protect you from getting your head knocked off is them big 300+ pound linemen. You know what I'm saying? You know, that man can throw the ball as pretty as hell, but if his arm in the sling, then what? Then we back to the basics. Then 18, 19-yard passes, hoping that we can get hella yak yards. You dig what I mean? That, you know, the line is important. And it is still, after all these years of seeing it up close, you look at the money they're paying these linemen. These linemen making more than running backs. They are important. Get on your shit, Pose. I mean, I'm loving what you're doing, but if this quarterback go down, he's in trouble. Everybody on the hot seat. And I would be thinking about that because this is their last year in the dumps without some kind of promise before that them owners start looking at somebody else.
I agree with you. And I think they really have to, if they don't address it during the season, like the off season, the O-line has to be the top priority. Like
it has to be.
Free agency, drafting, all of that. There's still a rebuild, so we got to see, huh?
I'm still going to sing the same praise. Get a fucking center.
Yeah.
Get a center.
I'm scared to get Connor Williams because he's injury prone too. It's like he all the talent he has. Is he going to stick around? Is he going to be healthy enough to stay in the lineup? You know what I mean? He could be just as talented as Tevin Jenkins, one guy that we all think is super skilled, super talented at his position, but he has injuries. Because would Connor Williams be the same thing if we went after him? You know what I mean? In and out of the lineups, shuffling players in and out. You know, can our quarterback play 45 to 55 snaps in the preseason like they were saying in their press conference with cutting the corners like they're doing with the offensive line? You know what I mean?
I look at it like this. You don't know what you're going to start out with. So if you already second guessing yourself with the offensive line, you might as well put him out there anyways. Give him some live reps. Because if you don't know if Nate Davis is going to be out there, put Bates out there. Let him play.
That's true. Good point.
Let that kid get some live reps. As long as you keep him out, he's going to get shell shocked as soon as he get in any fucking way. So give him a couple of players with the second string, with those linemen that you got to plug in.
I hope we find a diamond in the rough in our second and third string, like somebody we didn't expect, and they just bust through.
Yeah.
You know,
because
my confidence in this line right now is not there. Not only we don't know if they're gonna be able to foot the bill, but the injuries are so, you know, that's the only thing consistent about them is injuries so far. You know what I mean?
Think about it is we don't know what injuries they are because they're back out there at practice.
Yeah.
So it's not nothing that's really detrimental to the team.
Okay,
now,
so let's toss it back to the center position. And I heard what you were saying, Tone, about Connor may be he may be a problem with the injury too. But at this point, what else? what's else out there? I mean, what choice do we have?
Right. That's
I
but that's
mean,
again us
we rolling the
shopping at
dice on.
shop. That's us again shopping in the discount bin, shopping in the Dollar Tree,
Well,
finding some leftovers.
I don't think
Right.
Connor
That
would
you
be
hope
a
still got a little
discount
bit more
bin.
left in him.
He would definitely be a discount bin. He's still in free agency, right? Nobody signed him. So we get he's damaged goods. You put damaged goods in the discount bin at the store, right?
Right.
So
okay,
he's damaged goods.
I give you that. But
I mean, but at this
time,
point, with what we have now, I mean, with Nate, Tevin, they crapshoots right now. He might as well throw one more.
Yeah, that's my initial point. Yeah, that's my initial point. We crap shooting and we're not taking those sure things or almost sure things. Yeah. Ain't nothing a sure thing. But we're not going for the blue chips on the offensive line. We want blue chip players, but not on our offensive line. Hold on.
Right.
Well,
and that's a big issue.
The best thing about Connor Williams right now is he only wants to play center. All that platooning back and forth. Yeah, he just wants to play
did that
center.
early in his career, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because he started at Dallas at, I think, left guard.
Yeah.
And then he moved strictly to center. That's why he moved took Miami's job, because he wanted to play center.
I mean, once you become an all-pro at your position, you shouldn't have to platoon. You should be able to
you know, nope.
Play your spot.
Let them play. Let them play. And that's what we need. We need a true fucking center. To me, Bates is not it with his 150 career snaps at center. And unfortunately, Shelton, he got pass pro problems.
Yeah, he's a backup, really. We grabbed a backup. He's really a backup. Even though he's got starter time out there, his pass pro problems don't make him a starter, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to pass pro as a center. You could be a solid depth piece, but not a starter as center. And that's us cutting corners again.
How many depth pieces we
center is the quarterback of the line, just like the quarterback is the star of the team, and the linebacker is the quarterback of the defense, and the kickers is the quarterback of the special teams. The center is the quarterback of the offensive line, and he is needed. He has to be smart. He has to be able to lead. He has to be able to fix mistakes upon the line on the fly. He has to be able to point out blocking schemes. That's just what a center has to do. And it ain't for the faint of heart.
Shelton. That's why I would prefer Shelton.
And Shelton could probably do all of those things, but can he protect the quarterback? Yeah. That's the most important part. Like, he can probably call out the defense. He could probably communicate with the rest of the linemen. He could probably hike the ball solidly. Can he protect the quarterback on the passing downs?
Right. And that's what we need to know. That's what we
that's
you know what though? Just to go back a little bit to what we said about Caleb may get shell shocked. I don't understand the concept of not having to play the preseason, because if he doesn't see any kind of action that resembles a first team defense, he's gonna be shell shocked the first game anyway.
Yeah,
he ain't prepared for nothing. He's prepared for nothing. What is he prepared to see?
I think that's dumb as shit.
You seeing the same thing we complaining about having damaged goods in the damn, sale bin out there for second string and third, fourth, whatever string, and he looking like a superstar. Then you get out there and you see a Bosa or a Khalil Mack, and you getting your head knocked off. So I mean, you might as well see at least what we can do. If we get him on the field and get some film, we might be able to put something in the playbook, change something around that will help him. Maybe
I wanted him to play that first game, and then that storm came, and I was like, well, it's probably a good idea he didn't. Because the field was already crappy and things like that. It wasn't a good field. But
I see several players slipping.
He's going to hopefully get his reps this Saturday against the Bills, right? So
they're talking about not letting them play.
I tell you this,
line don't play.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But they healthy, right? You said they back in. They back in the lineup.
Yeah,
so we should.
But
it's a long way till Saturday, so we never know.
Here's the caveat to that. Okay, in team practices, we had Jones, Tev, Shelton, Bates, and then Wright. Davis ain't playing. He on the sideline riding the bike again. That was today.
Okay.
So
they said they pulled him out. He complained about tightness.
Yeah.
So he coming back, but of course he gonna be tight because he ain't been out there doing nothing. So yeah, that's why he riding the bike because he complained about tightness.
Right.
And dude, a straight pussy. I'm sorry.
Hey,
For
man,
the
I'm so
language,
tired of
fellas.
dude. I'm so tired. I was so geeked when he came. I just wish they'd go ahead and get rid of him already. I don't care what he could do for the next team. He ain't doing it for us. So it's old school.
I mean,
Unfortunately, it'll
like
cost.
Sims pointed out, J Mac pointed out in previous episodes, the Titans already told us, basically gave us the blueprint on him. Told us he ain't a person at practice. You know what I'm saying? So we should have just read the tea leaves and known what we was getting ourselves
because
into.
if you ain't a person at practice, then you got to be a dog in the game. He ain't showed us neither one of them up. Man, come on, man.
You should have
this cat, man.
Should have kept James Daniels. Should have paid him that $10 million.
Thank you. Now he over there having the ball.
What you said.
I love that kid.
Mad with that when they first
James
did it.
Daniels.
Remember that, man. Come on. He'd be in better shape right now if we'd have kept James Daniels.
And
I still don't understand why they got rid of him.
In just my opinion, he was your last true center that we had.
Yeah.
And he can play guard.
Yeah. I don't know. It had to be something that went against what they were trying to build. You know, they have what they say they want, what kind of players they want to keep the culture where it's at right now. So,
well, that was before Ryan Poles, though, right? That was Pace.
Ryan Poles let him go.
Oh, I thought Pace let him go. I thought Pace didn't want to pay him. You sure?
I think that was
okay.
Poles.
No, Pace brought him in. So. I think that's why I say, Poles was very, very upfront about what kind of players he wanted in the building. So maybe James didn't fit that because that's the only reason I can think of.
He was cutting costs too. He was new GM.
Yeah,
he was trying to get all of the money out of there so he can build it from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Okay.
But
I understand. I just don't agree.
I don't. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Because you got to do some more evaluating. There's some people who deserve to stay on that team, but if they fit the mold, like I'm saying.
There's some building blocks. You got to stick to those building blocks. Like, okay, we got a solid offensive line piece. We build from the trenches first. There's one right there, Daniel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Roll with that piece. That could be your first move, But anyway,
they brought in a piece of a dumpster with Lucas Patrick. No, we don't want to go through that again.
Hey, so let's backtrack a little bit. Go back to last Thursday. We haven't gotten together since then. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame game. What were y'all thoughts on that game? Anyway, since we brought up the shitty field conditions.
I'm gonna let the boss man lead with that because I have a rebuttal.
A rebuttal to what? He ain't said nothing.
Damn. No, well, I know where he was going with it. I know where he was going with it with the young.
Boss man, you in the hot seat.
Yeah. No. Hey, I already know what he's coming for because I only said something about Booker. Slow start, didn't like that. It feel like they did everything they wanted to do. It feel like they did everything they wanted to do on that first drive. Bad tackling, pursuit angles. It would just looked like, this is going to be a long night. Then all of a sudden, they woke up. So I was encouraged to see them be able to adjust. That was one of the things last year about Everflus not being able to adjust on the fly. That made me very freaking happy when I saw that. And I'm like, okay. And then, of course, me and Tom was kind of talking back and forth when the 6'6" guy would he missed that first pass he missed was terrible because he tried to cuff it instead of punching the ball like you taught. So I'm like, he might need to get on that jug machine a little bit. But after that, man, he started mossing people. So
snagging shit, yeah.
Yeah, that was lovely.
Back shoulder throws.
In my opinion, yes. Everything he threw, they threw to him after that. Man, he was just, he looked like he had done it before. And then my only other thing was, again, Booker, some of the things he did, like that long arm rip move he did, that he would have had a sack if number 93 had knocked the ball out. Now, who the hell was that? That wasn't Dexter, right? Because he wasn't supposed to play that night.
No, that's Cohen, I think. I believe that's Cohen.
The move he used to get through them, that's second level. That ain't no rookie move. So, I see some things on that defensive line that I like. And it wasn't a starter. So that's promising right there.
Only thing, before your rebuttal, J-Mac, only thing I didn't like about our defense in the first quarter and a half, we were slow to the ball. I was like, we look like we run in the mud out here. You know what I mean? Like, damn. And I was like, okay, Tone, these are second, third, and fourth stringers, so you can't have the same expectations.
And then they only had like, if I'm not mistaken, I think they only had like 3 days in pads too.
And they backups, they backups in the beginning of the game look better than our backups.
Yeah,
they looked a whole lot better.
They really did.
They looked a whole lot better.
Yeah.
If they would have just stuck with them backups, they would have. I think they would have remained to score on us. That's just my opinion.
They went too deep into their roster, and that's when we were able to take advantage of it.
Right.
So
now, just to touch on what you were saying about the game itself. Well, with the second stringers, my problem was with Pickens. I was very high on him on that defensive line. I thought maybe he would flourish. I think they got him playing nose. I think that's the wrong position for him. He can't shed blocks. It's like he's thinking too much still. And he's not shedding blocks. It's like other linemen are staying attached to him. And I didn't like that. And being a third round pick, I didn't like that at all. I think they should move. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll hit you when you finish.
No, but I think they should move him to 3 tech.
Okay, that was my question. Where do you think he should play?
Yeah, 3 tech.
Okay.
So I think
he would still be a backup there though, right?
Yeah, he a backup now anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a backup now anyways.
Is his get off quick enough to play the 3?
It's no. But at the same time, that's where he's normally played in college.
Right.
But they moved him over to nose, and it seems like he looks like Dexter did in college. It's like he come off the ball and he's looking to read.
Trying to read the offense, yeah.
Right. And next thing you know, he getting pushed down the damn line. He's out of the play. So he needs to work on that quite a bit. I've seen some flashes from Dom Rob in the run game.
Yeah.
That's not a shot.
Not as far as a pass rush, but at least setting the edge in the run game. I saw that. I was pretty impressed with that, but still, we need pass rushers. Now to talk about Book.
Wait. Hold on. Before you get on Booker, let me just say this about Pickens. Preseason is to test all those theories. Maybe they're trying to do them like they did Dexter, because if they're going to slide Dexter out on some of them plays, then you got to have somebody replace Dexter. So maybe they're just trying to see how he's doing in that position for right now, the same way they're doing with Dexter. That's the only explanation that I can come up with, because he didn't look all that promising at playing that 3 technique. So maybe that's what they're doing. It is preseason. They got to see where they're hurting at to try to fix it. So maybe that was one of the experiments.
Yeah, it's very early.
They had him at nose last year, though.
And he ain't got no better, then maybe he just ain't meant.
Right. To me, I just think they got him playing the wrong position.
I mean, maybe they drafted him too early. He's a developmental piece that needs a few years. Maybe, by next year he'll be able to be that guy that we're looking to be. And he was just drafted too early.
Yeah, draft boards had him higher than Dex.
Who did?
Draft boards. They had him higher than Dex.
Well,
Dex
was wrong there.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think they got him playing the wrong position. That's just my opinion.
No. That's a good take, though. That's solid.
But as far as Book is concerned, that dude, he's very raw. Very raw talent.
Why is that?
He needs some coaching. I didn't see everything that everybody else saw.
So when you say raw, explain to me, like, what does he need to have coached up?
Everything, because it's like it's like, yeah, you got pass moves, but at the same time, you got to get it under control. He's just out of control with his moves. It's like sometimes he's out of position to even hit the quarterback, or You got to get all that, get it under control, so therefore you can see what a play is. You can spin from the tackle, but if you falling on your face, you don't know where the damn play is at. You don't know where the quarterback is at. If you got to pick yourself up off the turf, so you gotta hone in some of that and get some of that under control first. That's just my opinion.
I saw it. Even on the move that I'm talking about, he did it again. It was successful, but he could sell. If that would have been a mobile quarterback, he'd have got his ass busted, and we wouldn't be even talking about him in no kind of fair light, because he jumped so far inside and he got past the guy and got upfield. But if that would have been a mobile quarterback, all he had to do was take a step outside and he was going up the left sideline. So I get what you're saying, but his intangibles, the strength, that wasn't no small tackle that he did that long arm move on. That was that, and it wasn't no rookie move either. So I agree with you. He does need to be coached up, but I think he's closer to being in that rotation than out of it. But I do. He's green. He green as hell, but ain't every rookie.
But we expected him to be green. He ain't played that position, for very long. So we expect him to need to be coached up, one, because he's a rookie. Right. We expect him to be green because he ain't been there so long. So,
and that's my point.
Maybe we overreacting to that particular player. You know what I mean?
The intangibles say good things. Whether or not he proved whoever believe in him right is to be stated on the field. But
we're not expecting him to be
that young man was good.
We're not expecting him to be a star right out the box, are we?
No, they already said that.
No, not right out the box.
So many words that he was a project.
No.
Yeah, they said it in so many words.
Well,
if we were saying the same things about Dom Rob, this is year 4 for him, right?
That's what I'm talking about.
That would be a problem. That would be a problem if this was him in his 4th season, we having the same conversations, then that would be a problem, yeah. But not right now.
He looks a hell of a lot better than Dom Rob did when Dom Rob came. He looks a hell of a lot better, so I give him that. He'll definitely be better than Dom Rob.
He already better. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Already better.
And he had and one of the guys tackles on the Texans was one of their top draft picks. He had a nice move on him, a tackle. I can't think of his name, but he was like a 3rd-round pick for them. And he put a nice move on his ass. So rookie against rookie.
Because he had 2 tackles that night, 1 assisted and 1 solo. So
yeah, they was
without the rest of that 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter is really kind of hard to see because he would have got more snaps. But for the time the snaps that he took and the kind of effect he had on the game, it wasn't bad. But if you talking about having a team that we're expecting or want, he's gonna have to do a lot better.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do a hell of a lot better if he's supposed to be playing opposite of Sweat. And just to get him.
He's the backup opposite of Sweat, right? He's not the starter opposite of Sweat.
No, they got
but they expect him. What I'm saying is they expect him to play opposite of Sweat. Of course, he's a backup, definitely.
He's backup to Dom Rob, right?
No, to
D-Walk.
D-Walk.
I mean D-Walk. Yeah, Walk. Okay. I mean, but
I seen a depth chart somewhere where I think he was backing up Sweat. I'm not sure. I got to go back and check it again.
So the official depth chart hasn't changed since we were looking at it that week. Sims, but everybody else got they depth charts, all these other websites and stuff like that. Because I went through it yesterday, and there's like 4 or 5 different football sites with their own depth chart of the Bears, but that's not the official depth chart. The official depth chart is still the same from early July.
Okay. Yeah, and they're probably gonna change it to about that 2nd or 3rd preseason.
Right.
I don't see nothing from the Houston game that changed what they have now.
Well,
that one receiver, that 6'6" receiver.
Yeah.
Colin Johnson. He got to move up a spot. He got to move up a spot.
That was going to be my question to y'all.
Yeah.
That was going to be my question that me and you discussed, Tone. Who helped themselves on the draft on the roster? Who moved up?
The best one that was out there Saturday.
Johnson.
Definitely Colin Johnson.
Yeah, definitely.
Thursday. I said Saturday.
Dom Rob might have saved himself from the cutting block.
I don't think so.
He might have saved himself from the cutting block. Who else? Rippin, QB3.
Who
I think
played better than Paget to me. I'm just gonna say
I think he could battle for the 2 spot, but I think the 2 spot might be a lock. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, but I think he's definitely earned himself a spot on the roster. Who else?
Unfortunately, it'll probably be practice squad, but I like what I saw from him as well.
I like
Reed.
Rippin more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the DBs actually played pretty good as well.
Yeah, we have depth at those spots though. So we have good depth, solid depth. So
yeah, you know, I was about to say, I think on the defense, I think linebacker in the secondary. I think secondary is strong.
I think
it may be possibly the strongest phase of our
group
defense is the secondary.
of the defense. Yeah.
But to one of the things J Mac was saying in the chat, we're gonna be getting beat over the top. We see it in practice too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get beat over the top.
You know what? I don't put a lot of early training camp. I don't put a lot of stock in because they playing a lot of games to see who can fit where. All the project players, all the people who can do them extra. Who could play a little bit of secondary, who could play a little bit of the safety. It's a lot of experiments going out there. So I don't put a lot of stock into those first couple of weeks. I started getting serious after that second or third preseason because you never know what's going on in the preseason. You don't know who.
It's very early. It's very early to.
Yeah, but sure. It's scaring the shit out of me though. Yeah, they done did that already. You know, when I
the thing is though,
practice some of those
with our veterans though, I hold a different expectation to them, man. As far as training camp comes, they've already seen it, been there, done that. So when you still getting beat over the top, whether it's week 1 or week 21, I don't care. You supposed to have that covered. Yeah,
right.
I give our rookies excuses, but not the veterans. Right. No.
Yeah, because them are ones that's getting beat over the top.
Yep.
Them are ones that's getting beat over the top.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm not giving nobody that's making that much more money than me no excuse, especially especially Mr. Johnson. Hey,
Mr. Johnson been solid though. I can't even dog him. He been solid.
He's been solid. I'm not getting.
Tyreek, by what you said though.
I'm gonna tell you about Tyreek too. I'm gonna tell you that and y'all know as well as I know. I'm not telling y'all nothing y'all don't know already. That jump from the first year, from rookie year to that second year, there's so much expectations, not just from the coaches, but from that player themselves. And I think Tyreek at times, like, okay, I'm here now, I know what I'm doing. I think he still need more coaching up. Even though he's got terrific speed, his length is good, but at the same time, you still only 1 year in this league and you ain't seen everything it has to offer. So, a good coach, when I see you acting like you've arrived, now it's time to throw some wrinkles to see if you as good as you think you are. So maybe Tyreek is there as far as it ain't gonna be, that go route that beat him over the top, but it may be that second, that double move or
that double move to get him
push off the line. You know what I mean? Something like that. See how he take press coverage. Is he able to hold that double move receiver? So I know preseason. Third or fourth game is when they get serious, third game is only 3 now, but that second game is when they start getting serious. Everybody's scraping for a roster spot. Now we got stuff on film that we can correct. So I think from this point on, I think we'll start seeing some improvements where they can happen and some people starting to fall out of favor where that can happen.
Yeah. True competition. That's what I hope for in camp, man. I don't want nobody anointed that, automatically, except the quarterback, because I don't trust the backups.
And they got rid of the only competition that he would have had this year. So,
facts.
Yep. I think it would have been. And you know what? Just for a second. We ain't got to stay on it long. If Justin Fields had stayed, how y'all think that locker room would have been?
I mean, the locker room would still be
would have been solid still.
Still solid like it is now.
Because it was solid when he was here.
I think it would have been split. I think it would have been a split from the guys who tired of losing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think it would have been split because you would have had those guys.
From what we saw last season, all the guys threw their support behind Justin Fields. We didn't see or hear any. I know their teammates, they're not going to say nothing in public, but
that's my point.
It appeared that they liked the guy a lot. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
But
I don't know. I think it'd have been solid.
But even us as fans, you talking about tired of losing. Hell, that's some of them games, as we always been discussing. Some of them games is on the coaches and some of the
Yeah.
coaches
Oh no,
decisions that they
yeah,
made.
we understand that. Yeah.
Like a
Justin
couple
Fields
of
was
them
such an
losses you
exciting.
can't put on Justin.
He was so exciting and dynamic that I think he would have brought that element to the locker room as well, definitely to the practice field and to the game. We've seen that already. Teammates would have rallied behind him, man. Only problem is if Caleb Williams goes to another squad, say the Commanders or whatever, and he balled out and our team didn't ball out, we'd have been second guessing ourselves and kicking ourselves
Right. No.
because
Right. Okay,
we missed out
remember
on the
my
generational
question
player
was
and we
right.
missed out on the saving the money. What was
So
that?
maybe So maybe I didn't make it clear. And I meant if they would have kept Justin, I mean along with Caleb as the first round draft pick.
Gotcha.
That would have been true
Yeah,
competition. We would have got the best. Wait a minute, we would have got the
Yeah.
best out of both of them, but the locker room would have been split.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The locker room.
Because
I
you got
don't think that would have been good. I just think that
we don't want our locker room split though, right?
Right, because that would have,
don't.
because you had players that's blocking harder for this guy, or a player, the DBs would have
know
been
about
holding
that
this
part.
guy more, so I'm telling you, you get that. You remember when Cedric Benson came?
Yeah.
You remember when Cedric Benson came? You know what Briggs and Erlacher did to him. So it can happen. It can happen. And he came in there running his mouth. So I'm just saying, with the kind of baggage that came with Caleb, deserved or not, you got maturity issues with these young 19, 20, 21-year-old players that they ain't used to yet. It could have been a split locker room. And that was it. I ain't mean to stay on it this long. I just wanted y'all to think. But it would have been better competition at that quarterback. We would have got the best out of both of them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Hey,
but
so
at the same time, everybody always talk about how the ones need most of the snaps. And if you splitting snaps between those two guys, as they always say, if you got two quarterbacks, you don't have none. So
okay, and at the same time, that man is going to earn his first team snaps in preseason, which would have made Fields go harder in practice. I just think the competition would have been beneficial to us. I don't care about nobody's feelings, but I want to win some football game. I'm tired of being in the dumpster, just like a lot of fans are. I just think the competition that would have been created between those two would have been not fun to watch, first of all, and it would have just brought out the best of both of them. You think about how Aaron Rodgers was trying to get from behind Favre, how Mahomes was trying to get from behind Smith. You study a little harder, they come in a little early, they leave a little bit late. That's the kind of stuff you want from the franchise player. That's my only point. I'm not saying that Taylor still would have beat him out, or Justin Fields with the boys he got to play with now would have been the next level caliber quarterback now. I'm just saying it would have been.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? That competition is what Poe said he wanted. He wants everyday competition, and that would have created that.
Okay.
No doubt.
But I think Mahomes was due to take over anyways.
Yeah, they just did that for one season for him. He was definitely going to be the start of the next season. Hey, let's move on from that because that's neither here nor there. We don't even have that situation. But how did y'all watch the Hall of Fame induction?
I did not.
That part I did. I missed
Didn't?
out.
Okay. It was a great induction ceremony for us, man. Bears fans represented, Bears players, of course, represented with Devin Hester and Steve McMichael, and even a little bit of Julius Peppers. We own a slice of him.
Yeah,
right. We do.
Even though he came in the league as a Panther and did most of his work, most of his damage as a Panther, we own a slice of him, and he said it's gonna always be bear down. So, I respect
him. He's a homeboy too, right? He's from Chicago, right? He's a homeboy.
No. He's from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, Peppers is?
Yeah. He's from North Carolina.
Yeah. No, he's from Chicago. No, he ain't from Chicago. You can tell everyone off the rip. But I tell you what, I did see the introduction by Hester's mom. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I like that. That was
great.
Yeah, that man.
That was great.
And
somebody else had a nice introduction, but he wasn't a Bear, so I ain't gonna bring him up in our podcast. Fuck him. Nah, I enjoyed his introduction, but I ain't finna bring him up.
I think I don't know who it is because I didn't see it, but I think I got a clue.
But
did he reference Peyton though? Didn't he reference Peyton?
Yes.
Okay.
Walter Payton was a superhero and was his role model. Yes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about then.
Hell of a player. But fuck their fans.
He was. We ain't got to talk about
There you go, that part.
Next.
All right, so former New York Giants wide receiver Amani Toomer. Y'all heard what he said about Caleb Williams?
I did not.
This new.
Yeah, so Caleb made the comment about his teammates taking better care of the locker room, right?
Yeah.
And Amani Toomer called Caleb Williams Russell Wilson 2.0, and not in a good way. He said Russell Wilson 2.0, this is not going to go over well. Some rookie's going to come in who hasn't played one snap, talking, wearing the fingernail polish, and now he's going to come in here and telling me what to do and how to be, through the struggles that I've been through and how to clean up. So he got beef with Caleb Williams telling his teammates to clean up behind themselves because he's a rookie and he wears fingernail polish and he shouldn't have a voice. I guess that's his point. He shouldn't have a voice in the locker room that's strong.
I think it shows leadership, first of all. I think it shows leadership. It may be, and it's an easy way to ease into that role with that. You know what I'm saying? You get to see how they react to you saying it before you try to do it on the football field. I thought it was a little bizarre myself. I had never heard no quarterback do that, but I'm not against it because what he said is right. These people, they have a big piece of land to keep clean and keep looking decent for you guys. So I mean, and it's decent. It's what you got taught during your upbringing. You throw it in the garbage when you're done with it. You don't just leave it there for somebody to pick it up. So I'm not against it. It was a little odd because I have never heard of a quarterback doing it, but it makes sense to me.
I agree and I disagree with what he said and what you know what I'm saying. Like I agree that it shows leadership and control your environment, whatever. We gotta live here. So why are you making trash? But at the same time, they do hire people to clean up. Do you clean up the bathroom at your job? Do you clean up the cafeteria at your job, the break room, whatever? No, I don't do that. I throw my trash away.
No,
but I don't clean it up.
Thank you. I don't need toilet paper on the floor. I don't need toilet paper on the floor. I don't need, you know what I'm saying? I don't need my tray on the table. I take it to where they tell us to take it to pick it up.
Yeah.
I think that's all they're saying. You know, if you got to water about it, don't put it over there or leave it there. Put it in the garbage.
Hey man, like they say, that's job security. If I leave some trash, that's job security.
I wasn't trying to go there, but
you ain't trying to get your hours reduced, right? You might work 36 hours a week. If we stop leaving trash, they'll be like, well, we don't need you for the last 2 hours every week because ain't nothing for you to do.
Hey,
I bullshit.
But you know what?
I'm saying, but I'm bullshitting at the same time. I'm saying.
But that's real. Those are facts, though.
No, you ain't lying because you got that one dude that's sitting like, hey, man, don't help me. I'm good. Hey, call me. I'll pick it up.
Yeah. There's going to be that one guy in the cleanup crew be like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
Right. I got you. Don't worry about it.
But I ain't mad at Caleb for saying it either. But at the same time, we know.
Right.
It ain't. I don't think it's a big issue. It shouldn't be.
I just hate to say it. Sometimes them young rookies need to stay in their place.
I get that. Yeah. Now I do agree with that, and I'm gonna tell you too. I don't like the way that they mess with the hazing. I thought hazing was a good way to look here. Welcome here. You ain't did shit yet. Go get the motherfucking bags, pimp. Hey, I don't like the way they try to downside. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that. I'm with.
I don't know if I agree with the stay in your place part, man, but I agree with the hazing part to a degree. Right. Like hazing can go too far sometimes, but hazing is also fun to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you don't take it too far.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't take it too far, it's fun.
Like some of them duct taping, that duct taking take skin off. When they duct taping.
If you're making me carry all the bags and buy y'all lunch or whatever, that's one thing, But if you I could possibly hurt myself. That's something different. Yeah.
Right. Nah, but lugging equipment, they go in preseason, get these bags type thing. I'm with that. But anything that can cause them, injury, bodily injury. Nah, we ain't doing that. But it's all welcome to the NFL. You're on a new level. You ain't the shit no more.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. You just got here. Earn your keep.
Exactly.
Earn
your keep, as my daddy used to say. Earn your keep.
And throw that first touchdown first, or
that's all
something.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Let me know that, okay, you here. Let me see you. But all that trying to issue orders and shit,
yeah.
Just say if it was Mercedes Lewis, he's saying.
I was just about to say that. Like, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, that dude old enough to be your damn pappy, and you sitting up talking about let's clean up around here. Man, sit your young ass down, little buck. I'll be on some of that shit. Sit down, little young buck.
And you know what?
You got this.
Stand down. We got this.
And you're going to get some of that. Yeah, and you're going to get some of
Matter
that.
Matter of fact,
but, again,
you clean it up since you the rookie. You clean it up since you the rookie.
Now that makes sense. Yeah, right.
You're
going to have the ones that got the beards, look great like we got, and they're going to be like, this look. Oh, this mother. You know what? Right. You're absolutely right. Now go ahead and do it. Hey, let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Rick, go ahead and clean up this locker room real quick.
That's all I'm talking about.
When we come back in the locker room in 30 minutes, it should be clean, right? All right, go ahead.
That's all I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
Earn your stripe.
Mr. Speaker.
Right, since you want to speak up, go ahead and clean it up, Rook.
Right. In-house, that's cool. Money Toomer.
Now, that's some hazing I can get behind right there.
Right,
yeah. But Mr. Toomer, Mr. Amani Toomer, you are a product of a very good defense. Shut the hell up, man. You ain't what the hell.
He was a pretty good player, too. I'm going to give him his props. He's a good player.
Yeah, all right. Good for a couple of seasons.
Fellas, y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about? Huh?
Hell no.
Is he gonna have a gold jacket one day?
Nope.
Nah, he ain't gonna have a gold jacket.
Okay. Mr. Money Toomer.
There's levels.
Mind your business. You be blessed that you got them two
He
rings.
definitely should mind his business, isn't it? This ain't his concern. This a Bears thing.
At all.
If the Bears teammates ain't got a problem with it, he shouldn't have a problem with it.
None at all.
Thank you. Mind your business, pimp.
Mind your business.
I got two real quick. What do you think about Velus Jones doing running back drills?
He seems like a pretty good running back.
Well, I think the drills might help him for the kickoff return.
Yeah. Well, look, he's good on kickoff return. Huh?
The things that I see with this new kickoff thing, it looks like a beast offense type of run. So I mean, one good cut, man, somebody gonna be in trouble, And they made it clear that a lot of these coaches now, they want to see anybody and everybody back there so they can get some film to see what they can do to make this situation better. So as close as they is, one wrong move and that got gone, man. Being that close to each other, that's better blocking. You don't get a chance to build up momentum. So the blocking schemes are going to be a lot simpler and a lot easier. One wrong move, one guy not shedding his tackle, man, them guys are going to be out there running.
Yeah, I really can't see a receiver back there. I think a running back type body needs to be back there returning kicks, especially with everybody being so close.
Oh yeah.
Unless you the GOAT, Devin Hester.
Yeah.
Well, Devin Hester,
he had power with his speed and quickness. He had both. He had all three.
Yeah, man. And that change of direction though. That change of direction was, oh my God, it changed direction.
Man, I know we jumping off the subject, but I was watching his highlights again yesterday. That shit was just incredible.
Yeah.
Devin Hester.
Yeah. It was, man. That's a bad dude. And he late. They late with this. He should have been in there.
Should have been 2 years ago.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, real quick, one more. With DJ signing his extension, that freed up $9 million in cap space.
Say it again.
With DJ signing his extension, it freed up $9 million in cap space.
Yeah, he did it.
Now what's our cap total?
I think, if I am mistaken, I think it's at 20, 21.
Okay.
So we can go get at least two players.
Yeah, we get two players.
If we need to.
We need to. We need
Both
to.
of them need to be.
You can remove the
Hey.
if off of that, my brother. We need to.
Okay.
Can you think of 2 positions we need to fill right now? Yep.
Both linemen,
I know. Well,
offensive linemen, both of them. I don't care. Both of them should be offensive linemen. Yeah, right now it says that we are at a little bit over 20 million. 20,388,459.
There we go.
yeah. That's 2
And
decent
then with
players.
some guys gonna get cut probably. You
Right,
know,
yeah.
Pettis or Borum or something. That might free up some money.
Yeah, Boring was
Yeah.
free up more.
Yeah, so yeah, and since it's on here, our top cap hit is Montez Sweat at 25 million.
Yeah.
And then Keenan Allen and right behind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, fellas. We got anything else y'all want to add to this, or is this one in the books?
Well,
I think we covered a lot.
Yeah, we covered a
like
lot.
it. Yeah. This was smooth. This one was this one was
Oh,
particularly smooth.
Yeah, I agree with that. We did a good job on it, fellas. I appreciate y'all coming through. And anybody watching this,
having us, brother.
go ahead and hit that subscribe, hit the like button and all that, and catch us the next go round. We're gonna be setting the tone once again.
I'm telling you.
All right, fellas.
That Quan Deshaun beer bomb.
Deuces.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna go to that website. I might need a little
QuanDeshaun.com. Is that right, Mr. Tone?
Yeah, that's correct. All right, fellas. See y'all later.
All right.
Next time.
Deuces.
All
See you
right.
next time.